screen now. Can you see my
Okay. Yes, I can see it.
can see it now? Okay, so this is where we stop. Remember that I typed that www.cargo.com, and this is the page it brought us to. So I'll try to explain what you have to do here. Uh, for the first time, you have to click on register. Be writing your steps. Select register. So once you click on register, they to ask you to specify your registration
Okay.
method, whether you want to register with Google or you want to register with email. So if you have an email, then you click on what? Register with email, and then it will ask you to enter your email address. You create your password. Please, the password you are creating, it must not necessarily be your email password. This is just a login detail to this platform. So whenever you want to come here to reach to get data, you will be asked to enter that email you used during registration and the password you use. Are you following?
Okay.
Okay, so but in my own case,
Yes.
I have already now it will ask you to enter your full name, and then after that you click on next, and then the main place is just this. So my own case, I have already registered, so I will just go back. So once you have registered, you will just click on sign in. You will just click on sign in if you have registered.
Okay.
So the next time you come in, you click on sign in, and then it will ask you the method of your signing in. So remember that you use an email, then you say what? Sign in with what? An email, or sign in with Google. So which means that it will pick the email I use and the password I use in registering for this Google. So that is what. So let me choose sign in with this. So I've already saved my password. So I will just click on what? Sign in. I've already saved my password before. That is why it called back my password and my email. So once you are in, you can see that this URL description
Okay.
have changed to what? Now you have successfully logged in. Now you can start searching for the data. Now, depending on the kind of data you want to analyze.
Yeah.
For example, now if I want to analyze sales inventory data, all right, hope you are still with me so that we can,
Yes. Yes.
once I'm done with this process and then we can close there, you go and you take it as an assignment. That's why I say you should be writing your step, because I will send you to this place. Number one, you will register. After registration, you should be able to get two different data sets ready before the next class. So now, once you are in,
Okay.
what brought us
Okay.
here, like I told you, is data sets. So what we are here for is
Yeah.
data sets, not to learn. So I'll
Okay.
just click on what? Data sets. Hope you are writing your
Yeah.
step. So you click on data sets. So once you click on data sets, then
Yes.
it's going to load, and then it's trying to load some random data sets. So if any of these random data sets does not match the kind of data set you want, you search it out here.
Then.
So let's say I want sales or healthcare data. Let's say I need data that was collected from health sector. So I'll say, okay, healthcare. So these are some keywords I've used. So you can say I want to search for sales data, or so let me click on healthcare. So that category that you click on, what this platform will do is to give you the documentation. So these are different
Yes.
lists. Imagine you have 5,200 and 216 different data sets that relate to the health care that you use as your search keyword. So imagine, that's why I told us that this is one of the most used
16.
platform where data analysts, people that are learning, goes to search for well-structured data for them to be able to perform real-time or real-time analysis as if you are analyzing for organization, because these are data that were collected from various organizations and publish here. So now, how do I know the one to pick? That is where you have to study the documentation. You need to know because every data that is uploaded here has a documentation. The documentation explains what the data is made up of, how many features are in the data set, how many records are in the data set. All of these are wrapped in the documentation. So see how we do now. Let's say I want to go with this. I will just click on it. Once you click on that one, it will now expand it and give you some details about it before you will now conclude based on what you must have seen, whether it's a data set you want to go ahead to download. So let's see, hold on. So you can see about the data set. So this synthetic healthcare data set has been created to serve as a valuable resources for data science, machine learning, and whatever. Okay, so what is the inspiration behind it? The inspiration behind this data set is rooted in the need to practical and diverse healthcare data. Okay, now you now check data info. Okay, now you can see, oh, this is a kind of snippet of kind of highlight. This data set has the following column. There's a column called name. There's a column called what age. There's a column called what this. Remember that this is
Age,
this is a full
gender.
project. Yeah, this is a full project of somebody that uploaded. So all these ones now, these are the analyzed data. But what you need is what the data set. That is what you need. So you don't need all this. So you now that you have gotten some brief about the data set, now you now go to where you have this. This is the main data set in CSV, comma separated value. So you click on it, you come to this place and then click select it. After selecting, you will see download here. After selecting, you will see download. So click on download. Now, once you click on download, this was done in Python, the project. The students use Python to do this project. But what you are looking for is the what? The zip data set. That is what you are looking for. From this student project, you want to take the data the person used and go and create your own project. So, and the volume of the data, the space is what? 3 megabytes. So you click
MB.
on it, and once you click, you will notice that what the data set have started downloading. So if you check here, you will see that what is going to download as a zip file. So I'm going to show you how you unzip it before you take it to your project folder. So once we have done that, we will now draw the curtain there so you can go and practice this because this is the first thing you should know how to gather data as a student because you are not working yet. But by the time you are employed, you are not going to be coming here again. The company will give you their data directly. So because we are learning, that is why we are coming here to look for well-structured data that can give us that life experience as if we are analyzing for a company. So we wait for it to complete the downloading and then I'll show you how to extract it so that you can see the actual file. So while that is loading, just I'll ask you to ask question about the network is not stable. You might ask question now, your network might interrupt it, or just be observing.
It's unstable.
All right, so you can see that what the data set has completed what downloading. Now the next thing is for you to know where to access it. Now an average computer user knows where downloaded file should be located. So you come to this you click on this file explorer. From here you'll be able to locate what download. Download. Once you click on download, you will see the most recent items. So this is what you downloaded. So the next thing, which is going to be the final thing, is that you're supposed to have created a folder. Now let me take you that. We ought to have created a folder. You create a folder somewhere, you right click, in case I believe you know how to create folder. So you right click, create a folder. So I'll name this folder raw data. For example, raw data. So once I get data from cargo, the raw data, the ones I have not analyzed, I store them here. So
Please,
we
so
hello, are you following? Can you see my screen now? Can you hear me as well? Hello, are you still here? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, good. We created this folder.
I
So
can
with
see
yes,
it now.
yes. We created this folder so that that particular data
Hello?
that we downloaded, we can store it here. So the next step, now that we have gotten a place where we want to extract it into, so we will now go to that download folder again. This is the download folder. So from here, this is the file that you downloaded and it's archived. That is what is zipped. So you right click on it and select click on that file first, then right click on it and then select extract
Okay.
all. Select extract all. And once you click it to bring out an interface like this, asking you to define or specify the destination. Where do you
Hmm.
want the file to be extracted into? Remember that we created a folder on desktop. So I'll click on browse. I'll go to desktop and then I'll look for that folder. The folder name is raw data. The folder name is raw data. So I'll make sure that I can see the name. This is it here. So you don't need to open the folder. Just click on it and make sure that the
Yeah.
folder name is what is showing here. Then click here. Now, by the time you come back here, what you should be seeing is that what the folder name. Once what you are seeing here is the folder name, it means that if I click on extract, the file will be dumped to that folder. So I'll click on extract and then watch what happens. So the file is extracted and it has even opened it off for me. So let's say tomorrow I want to I want to access this file. So I'll come to the folder where I directed it to, open the folder up. and then you see the file here. So the file is the CSV. CSV means what? Comma separated value. That is the format. So most data you are going to get from this website will always be saved as CSV. So that is why in
Okay.
you open it, Excel can actually open CSV. So once you double click, you see it opening with Excel. So just hold on so
Okay.
you can see that. Perfect. So you can see, so this is another data set which we are going to analyze. Well-structured data set. You look at the header, we have names of probably the patient. We have their age, the age of people that were treated. We have their gender. We have their blood type. We have their medical. So you can see I'm trying to understand the data now. So now
Yes.
I have taught you how you can what sort your data from that open source called Kaggle. So your assignment, write down your assignment, write down because you have to go and finalize this step before we can proceed. So which means that in the next class, we will start the analysis. We will start analyzing, but we'll look at some data cleaning techniques. Help me to write it down. Help me to write it down that in our next class, we will start with data cleaning techniques in Excel. I hope you got that. We write the next class
Okay.
topic. We will look at data cleaning techniques in Excel. We'll start with data cleaning techniques in Excel. So if you have written that, your assignment is go to cargo.com and get up to 3 different data sets. Go to cargo.com and get up to 3 different data sets. Unzip them and save them in one folder.
Yes. That,
Unzip them and save them in one folder. Unzip them and save them in one folder. All right. I hope you got the message. Download
yes. You
download
say,
3 different data. Oh, I read it out. 3 different
okay,
data sets,
say,
right?
go to cargo.com and get up, yeah, and get up to three different
Data sets.
data sets.
Okay.
Update them, Abby, and save them in one folder.
Okay. All right. So there's no question. So what are the takeaway here? In today's section, you have learned uh, a bit introduction of Excel. You have also know that Excel, a single sheet has uh, 1,048,576 words rows. You also learned that a single sheet has 16,384 columns, which suggests
Yes.
that you can track up to that number of headers in your data set in Excel. You have also learned how to get data set from an
Yes.
open source called Kaggle for
Yes.
you to practice as a
Yes.
practicing or a learning or a
Yes.
learner, the data analyst. Okay, so
Yes.
we stop here. I'll also communicate to you and try to before this week. I'll find out the exact days. I'll try, but now it's going to be random for this week because I'm trying to organize some classes so that we'll have some feast days. So I'll communicate to you before the end of tomorrow. Our next meeting. We might meet tomorrow evening again, but just be preparing that each time we want to meet, it will be that same 9 p.m. All right, so go and sit with the assignment. Assignment here are compulsory. If you do not do assignment, I can shift your class. So I have different ways of discipline students. Always make sure that once it is like 10 minutes to the time, I will have opened the line. Don't wait until when it is 9. That is when you start logging in. It's late. So we may not have enough time to extend it so that the next day we can go to work. Okay? All right. So
Okay,
good night.
sir.
Good night. So keep recommending Digital Z Hub as a
All right. Good
platform
night. Thank
to
you.
others. Thank you.